Debbie Fields Realty Group, Reese Monument Company, Roland Veterinary Services, Clayton Homes of Middlesboro, Kentucky, Mary's Home Furnishings and Appliance Center, John Smith Subs Harrogate, Danny England Motors, Stay and Play Doggy Daycare and more, Walker and Walker Construction, Claiborne Health and Wellness, Value RX Pharmacy Tazewell, Hearthside Bank, Whitaker Insurance Agency, Pizza in Tazewell, First Century Bank, provider of our communications.
All right, folks, so welcome to episode 71 of the Zone's All Access, hosted by the Sports Center. My guest today is Daniel Martin from Springdale Volleyball. And we're going to talk about life, we're going to talk about sports, and of course, we're going to talk about the Lady Owls volleyball. So let's get a little background. I mean, you did one of these last year, but some people new to the program might not know. But where are you from?
Sure. I am local here to Claiborne County. Grew up, went to Springdale a little bit, went to TNT, went to SMMS, and then, of course, Claiborne County High School.
Yeah.
The old one. Not the new
The old one.
Yeah, the old
Blue Devils. Okay, what all did you play sports-wise when you were young, growing up? You know, even back to little leagues and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. I played a little bit of basketball when I was young, and then in high school, played tennis. Had a big time with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, somehow I got roped into volleyball, which I knew very little about, but hey, we're heading in the right direction.
Okay, what was your favorite team, favorite athlete? And I know you got into tennis, so it may be tennis related or it may not be.
No, definitely not. I was back watching Michael Jordan in the old days.
Yeah.
That was the fun. That's where I spent most of the afternoons, TBS and TNT around the TV watching the Bulls.
Yeah. If you wasn't playing sports, what would you doing? Let's just go in high school.
Shoot,
What other activities did you do?
I mean, just riding four-wheelers, running around, having a good time. Probably making my teachers pull their hair out most of the time, but having a good time.
That works.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you learn from youth sports?
Yeah, it's a very humbling experience. When I first got into it, I thought it was going to be just totally, just all about volleyball, all about coaching. But the further you get into it, you realize
No,
that
I'm talking about when you played. What
when I
did you
played,
learn
oh
from?
shoot, I didn't play. I didn't play
Well,
volleyball.
no, your other sports.
Um,
What did you learn from them?
I mean, discipline and
Yeah, you go.
working with a team and stuff like that. I mean, anytime you're part of a team, you got to hold your responsibility and make sure that you're doing what you need to do to keep everybody on the right track and support everybody.
Back then, did you think that your coaches were doing a lot of the right stuff? And was there something particular they could have done better?
I mean, we had great coaches back in the day. You know, Mr. McNabb, late Mr. McNabb was one of our coaches. Mr.
Love the
Franklin
man.
Essery was one of our coaches, and they were uh, both very very helpful. In just keeping the programs going
Yeah.
and helping us along the way. Always there to you know be positive and push us along anytime everything was getting if anything was getting down. But you always got to. I mean, we're lucky in our community. We have
We
a lot
are.
of people that step up and help out in youth sports when it's not necessarily what they grew up doing or what they know a whole lot about, but they put a lot of effort into it. So
Back in high school, out on the tennis court, did you ever think going to become a teacher or coach of a certain sport?
absolutely not.
Nope.
No, no, absolutely not. I was probably there. Obviously, just to hang out with my friends and have fun playing a sport. So I definitely didn't ever think that I was going to be a coach. I don't think that I thought that I was going to be a coach 4 years ago, much less 20 years ago. So it's it's definitely a game changer. If I guess if my daughter wasn't so passionate about volleyball, then I wouldn't be here. But I'm glad I am. It's been a
Well,
great experience.
let's just go farther and talk about how you become
Yeah,
a coach at Springdale Volleyball.
sure, absolutely. The program, well, let's I guess let's back up a little bit from there too. It, Springdale was the first school in Claiborne County to have a volleyball
Volleyball
team,
team, yeah.
the first middle school.
Yep.
Um, so it was started by Brad Lott and Christy Ford at the time, and they were the first two coaches of the teams. And I've talked to Brad about this a lot.
He's a good man.
A good, great guy, great guy. And he told me, he's like, these girls just kept coming to me and asking me to do this, and he said reluctantly, he did, and LMU I think was a big help with
Yeah.
some equipment and stuff like that, and Christy was a huge support in getting it going, and he coached for I believe it was 3 years. So him and Christy Ford coached the first year. Him and Savannah Mullins, which is one of the coaches at high school,
Yep.
coached the second year. The third year is when Savannah went to Claiborne High to coach up there,
Mhm.
and Mr. Lott needed some help, so I volunteered to help, and obviously told him I don't know a whole lot about it, but we'll give it a shot. We was able to get a friend of mine, Brian Webb from Genesis Volleyball, to come over and get us on the right track that year and help us out with just an amazing group of girls. And then it went on after that year. Brad stepped aside and he said, "Have at it." So
No.
I was like, "I don't know,"
Please
but
no.
Kendra Epperson come along and helped us out. So
Yes.
me and her
Her.
coached last year. Our team last year went runner up in the district, and we went got a bid to regionals. Didn't end the way we wanted to, but it was a great experience. You're talking, probably top 20 teams in the
Yeah.
in the
Awesome.
state. So,
That's awesome.
and then this year we brought this year is my daughter. It's our eighth grade year, so probably be my last year at Springdale, and we brought Miss Brittany Cheatham on to help out and to kind of get her up to speed with the program, and somebody to be there. The biggest thing, with middle school sports is carrying on the legacy, just
Yeah.
keeping it going. If we
That's
don't
the
have
key,
somebody
yeah.
that knows what's going on, then it stops, and when it stops, then the high schools start running short.
How did you, as a new coach, never coaching volleyball,
Hmm.
how did you go about being prepared? Did you watch videos? What all happened?
Well, if anybody knows me, they know I do not care to ask questions. I'll ask a thousand questions. So, yes, I watched a lot of YouTube. B, I, my daughter, again, she plays club, and we, on the weekends we're at tournaments.
Soaked it in.
So
Yeah.
I soaked it in. I seen coaches that were successful and ask a lot of questions with them. And luckily enough, along the way, I guess I don't know, lucky enough to have some of them that gave me their phone number and let me call and ask
Yeah.
questions. And they've helped me understand the game and be able to coach it. And great guys along the way. But even one of them came to our regional tournament last year and watched us. So good group of people around there.
Okay, what? Two-part question. What's the easiest part of coaching volleyball and what's the hardest?
Oh gosh. Uh, the easiest part, I would say, is it's a double-edged sword, I guess, with this. The easiest part is, getting to see the fun and being with them and being part of a team and watching all of them come together. The hardest part is the same thing. It's keeping everybody positive when you're down by 10 points and figuring out a way to rally back.
Yeah.
But it all works out. It's a great experience when you can rally back and keep the team together and everybody plays together and works and communicates, and it's a lot of fun.
All right, let's talk about the Lady Owls this year.
Sure.
Uh, mention your varsity players first,
Sure.
and then slide over to your JV, and let's mention everyone by name so
Sure.
they can be proud.
Absolutely. Yeah. We got a fantastic group of girls this year. We have 15 total players. Out of the 15 players, 13 of them are returning players, and we have two new this year that we have on the roster. So Always looking to. So if you go to Springdale and you're watching this next year, make sure you try out for the volleyball team because we definitely are always
Yeah.
they're going to be needing replacements. We have six eighth graders that are going to be going on this year to high school. So our varsity squad, um, starting out with our outside hitters. Our outside hitters are going to be Amelia Burkhart and Adeline Williams. They're both playing outside and they're playing DS too. So what that means is in the front row they're hitting outside, so they're power hitters, and in the back row they're there passing, doing serve receive stuff like that. Um, our middle blockers and middle hitters is going to be Madison Parrish and Avery Weaver. So they are the ones at the net, and they're trying to block those hits from coming over, and then also they're the ones that are trying to get those quick hits and quick pushes strategically in the middle of the court or in the corners, and they do a really good job for us as well. Um, and then our uh, libero this year is Presley Rhodes, and she is doing a fantastic job. This is the first time that Presley's played libero.
Yeah.
She is traditionally set for us the last couple of years, and she is definitely taking the role seriously, and she is working on her craft and doing a really good job at passing. And then Olivia Martin is the setter this year. We're running a 5-1. If anybody knows anything about volleyball, we're running a 5-1. So we have one setter, and it's again that's a role that she has never done as well.
Yeah.
She's traditionally been an outside hitter, so uh, I'll say that she was not real happy with me.
Oh,
Her being my
no.
daughter, she was not real happy with
No.
me when I told her that she was going to have to set this year. But she's worked and she's in the gym and she's at home playing and trying to make sure that she's doing the best at that role to support her team. It's one of those things when you're putting together a team. It's not necessarily about what you have played. It's about how you
Yeah.
best fit in the mix. And I think this varsity group of girls they're really fun to coach.
Yeah.
They're all really good friends, and they all are very tight knit. And watching them get to play together is a great thing. We round all that out with some underclassmen that are playing right side hitter for us. Right now we have Callie Powell and Lydia Cheatham and Ollie Short that are stepping up and filling that role. All of them are kind of just used at different times depending on who we're playing and what's going on. So um, that's our varsity squad.
Okay.
Uh, our JV squad is going to be Matt flying across there. Our JV squad is going to be our outside hitters, or see if I can go in the same order. I bet I won't, but we'll see if I can.
Probably not.
So our outside hitters are Aveley Serber and Kylie Powell, both returning players
Yeah.
this year, and so they're doing our power hitting on JV, and then of course they're receiving our serve receive and trying to dig those hits in the back row, and doing a great job. I really enjoy helping out with JV and coaching them because that's when you're really starting to get those fundamentals
Yeah.
and dive in, and it's a blast. And I can't say that she's going to be she's the coach for JV this year, so she's doing a great job also, and she's digging in and starting to fill that role really good. So, but Aveley Server and Callie Powell's are outside hitters. Our middles are Zaveley Estep and Lily Roberts, and they are guarding the net and kind of working the center of the floor. Middle's a little bit different on JV.
Yeah.
You don't do a whole lot of blocking because you're not quite that tall yet.
Yeah. No. You're
But
not.
but they're getting the experience in there, learning how to hit and how everything works.
Position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
position and everything's everybody's got to be in the right place. So, and then on our right side we have um, Anna Mullins and Addie Davis, and they're both our newest players.
Mhm.
So they're playing right side for us, which is a good spot for them to get in and learn where to go and what's going on around them without being a ton of pressure,
Yeah.
in the right spot. So, and then our setters for JV is Callie May and Ollie Short, and they are doing a fantastic job. They're really really working on the sets and being the point guard of the team, I guess you could say. So um, again, good group of girls. Looking for already seeing a ton of growth out of them this year in the preseason, and can't wait to see where they go
Yeah.
even after I'm gone. So
Is the 2026 version of this uh, Lady Owl, do they need anything that, well, are they faced with any challenges? We'll say personnel wise. You mentioned moving her to a setting position. Are you good at the other places compared to last year, or are you a little down? Just talk about it a little bit.
well, I won't say
Probably
it's
don't know yet. Yeah,
well. We played a lot of games. We played a few scrimmages so far,
yeah,
4 or 5. We played in the play day in Morristown on Saturday, which went well. Everything is not really up. I can't say that it's up or down from last year. We had a great team last year, and really everybody was kind of in the same spot that they were the year before, and everything was kind
yeah.
of a well-oiled machine. This year, the puzzle pieces when we started putting it together were just a little bit different,
Hmm.
And when you're putting a volleyball team together, it's a lot more than just putting 6 people out on a court and having them rotate like I think about when I was younger, we would play yard volleyball out in the we'd have picnics or whatever and play yard volleyball. It's a lot different than that. You have to make sure that the right people are doing the right things, and no matter how that hashes out, um, that's at the end of the day, you want what's best for the team, right? So the goal is winning. So it's just putting the right people in the right places. Last year we run a 6-2 offense, so when you run a 6-2, you have more people involved, and that's great. In a middle school perfect world, you really want to run a 6-2
Yeah.
because you get more kids involved and more kids are learning, and then when they get older, you get more experience, and that's really what you want. We had 20 players last year. This year we have 15, so we
Hmm.
have less, and that's shrunk that down to a 5-1. So every position's filled and every position's doing good. It's just done a little differently than it was last year.
If you see that you could maybe go back to the 6-2,
Hmm.
would you do it in the course of
Well,
the season? How?
I say that actually I was talking about varsity, so I apologize. JV is still running a 6-2.
Okay.
We were
Yeah.
able to have enough people on JV to run a 6-2, and that's a fantastic thing. So, for example, I said Callie and Ollie are both sitting on JV.
Right. Hmm.
So, next year if they'll probably step up to varsity, and either way that goes, whether they run a 6-2 or a 5-1 next year, they have 2 people that are getting experience in that position, so that varsity's well served next year. So, would I go back to a 5-1 or 6-2 on varsity or over a 5-1? That's a tough question. It's running a 5-1 is extremely hard on a setter because they play the whole game
Yeah.
and
It has to be.
they're chasing passes
Yeah.
and having to think, and on varsity we call plays in, and we know, on serve receive, we know unless something goes wrong, we know where the ball is going to go to. We're going to our goal is to set the middle hitter this time, or our goal is we're going to set the outside hitter. So every play she's looking over to see, which way am I going to go.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you're volleying back and forth, it's at the leisure of the setter to make sure that she's mixing it up and putting the ball, in different places all the time.
Yep.
That way that you're not just a one trick pony. But it's 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 got its positives and its negatives. If you play, the one thing that I will say that I'm worried about running a 5-1 is our district tournament is a double elimination tournament, and when you get to playing 4 and 5 games in one day,
Yeah.
and you have a one setter, they get tired.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of these girls, man, they play multiple sports, and a lot of them play club, and whether it be volleyball or basketball or whatever. So uh, they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Once again, I'd like to remind you if you got a question for Daniel or me, drop it in the comments below, and we'll ask. Uh, Individual players. Does this team need anything on a player by player basis? Any equipment or anything like that? Uniforms? Are you good and set there? Uh, if a community member or business wants to back you all, who do you contact
sure.
and how can they help you out?
Well, Dr. Combs, principal at Springdale, and Mr. Matt Bussell, the athletic director, they do a fantastic job with helping us out and supporting the program and making sure that we have balls and a net and stuff like that. Our biggest hurdle in volleyball is transportation. Our district is huge. Most, take for example, basketball here. You've got pretty much the county, and then throw in Hancock and
Yeah.
Washburn. Uh, I'm not sure if it's the same this year, so don't hold me to those teams. But anyway, that's traditionally what it is.
Excuse me.
With volleyball, our district ranges from, a few teams here in the county, and then the next closest person to us is going to be La Follette. And then we go down to Lake City, Norris, and then we start going up 75. So then you hit Jellicoe, Elk Valley, and Winfield.
Wow.
And I'm sure
Good trips.
probably some people listening have never been to some of those places, but they're a long ways away. And the challenge is, again, we're well supported. Not that anybody's dropping the ball by no means, but just getting a bus and paying for a bus to get up there is the is the hard part. So we support that with our concession.
Yeah.
We support that with the entry fees at the games, and then we do a couple fundraisers. We did the Peach fundraiser with the high school, which went fantastic. And then I'll throw my plug in here for right now. So we're fixing to post we call it a Springdale swag sale. So in the Springdale swag sale, there's some volleyball gear. So you got hoodies, you got t-shirts, sweatpants, all that good stuff. But then you also have, just to mix it up for people that don't want volleyball stuff, we just have regular Springdale stuff. So we got, Springdale hoodies, Springdale pullovers, all that stuff, Springdale hats. And then we also have Springdale backpacks for kids that just say Springdale on them. So that'll be posted on the school website probably in the next, sorry, that's not the school website, the school Facebook in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So any support that would be great.
So back to if a community business wants to give you some funding,
Yeah.
who do they talk to?
They are more than welcome to reach out to me if they'd like. My phone number is 865-585-0577. Everybody laughs because I'm more than willing to give my phone number out. It's on everywhere, on the signs all over the place. I might as well.
Mine is too.
Might as well.
I mean,
So
it's
yeah.
everywhere, yeah.
But yeah, any help would be greatly appreciated. With all that stuff. I mean, there's always a need, even if we are well supported. To keep the program going on. So
What, or talk about the newest home schedule hurdle you have to cross now.
absolutely, yeah. So
This is the big one.
This is a big one. Yeah. Over the summer, the Springdale gym, unfortunately, was flooded when when there was the Springdale area got a ton of rain one day, and the water came in through the back doors and caused some rippling in the floor. And you know, just last year we were blessed to be able to put together some partners. To help with that, First Century Bank, Denny England Motors, Standard for Drug, Tassel Drug and Express Care, and some other people that I'm probably missing, and they'll be mad at me. But those four came together and helped the school put together a super nice floor. Me and you were talking about how one of the nicest stores, one of the nicest floors. And unfortunately, the water got it this year. So the Springdale staff Dr. Combs and Mr. Bustle have been working diligently to get that repair process going.
Is there
But
any hope that you can be on your floor?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
here,
All
I
right.
guess, yeah, there's the hope. So, if everything goes well, yeah, they are scheduled to start very soon. I better not say a date. Very soon, and there's a small
Small
window.
sliver.
We cannot play a game after our district tournament for TSSAA rules.
Uh-huh.
Once the tournament starts, then you can't play any home games. But we're holding out just a little bit of small hope that we get to have eighth grade night there the week before the tournament.
That would be great for them.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. But in saying all that, um, the staff up at Claiborne High was very helpful to us. Cannot thank them enough for allowing us to have a couple home games there, so we could not have to play everything on the road. When you're hoping to compete for good district seating, you want to be able to have some home games. You want your home team support. So
Yeah, you
uh,
do.
we were lucky enough to for them to allow us to use their gym a couple of days, and it's looking forward to it. It's a big gym. We had to play one there last year because of I can't remember what it was, but we had to play one there last year, and
The
it's definitely
leak. The
yeah,
leak.
which they got fixed also. So but yeah, it was. You were there that game.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was Elk Valley, and yeah, they just been gracious to help us out, so we appreciate that.
Okay, you touched on it, but describe the difficulty of the schedule, and do you feel like this team can compete?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the team definitely can compete. Looking forward to it. So the our schedule is like I say when you factor in 2 hour drives to an already long school day. We when we're building the schedule, one of the things that we try to do is our furthest games, our long games,
Yeah.
we try to build them in on Fridays, which is hard on family weekends, but at least the kids are not getting back at 11 o'clock on a school night. um,
That's rough.
yeah, it's tough. So we try to factor those in on Fridays. We have a pretty our schedule is kind of half and half. Some of it's going to be hopefully fairly easy for us. um, Norris and Lake City are definitely the best competition that we have in our district. Lake City was the district champion last year. um,
Yep.
they did a fantastic job, great coach at that school. And then Norris is always a state tournament contender. They're always a state tournament contender. They're very serious about their volleyball. That is the one of the feeder programs for Anderson County High School, and they're very, very serious about their volleyball. So last year we in district tournaments we beat them
Yeah.
for the runner-up spot, and it was a fun time.
Yeah.
Fun time.
Okay. Who are the players that the general public, the volleyball fans that casually come in and watch? Who's the players to watch?
Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble here,
Well,
Alan.
mention all you want to, but
uh,
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Our entire varsity squad. Let's see, 4 years,
I guess you
four
can
years,
say
four
that for
years, 4 years, four
a
years.
different reason for each
Yeah,
varsity member.
everybody's got a niche.
Yeah.
You're going to come in and you're going to watch Presley dig balls, jump around, fly on the floor as a
Yes,
libero.
for sure. Yeah.
Adeline's hit. She's really worked on her hit and her timing this year, and it's gotten really strong. Avery has the biggest like cannon arm I think I've seen.
Does not want to lose.
She does not want to lose. And she's swinging hard. Um, Madison is very strategic in what she does. She's a very
Yeah.
strategic thinker. So where she's always placing the ball and trying to put it where nobody's at. And then Amelia is bouncing all over the place, and kind of the wild wild west with her, but she does a fantastic job hitting and passing. I mean, she's put a lot of time into it. A couple years of travel has helped her out. Club ball has helped her out a lot. And then, yeah, the entire varsity squad is something to watch. And the most, I better mention my daughter. I didn't. I left her out. That'd be the last one. She'll kill me.
Yeah, she's a
So,
great athlete too. She
um,
could probably hurt you.
yeah. Um,
Better get down right.
Olivia is a very wise. That's the reason she's setting this year.
Yeah.
Is her volleyball knowledge is fantastic, and watching her understand where the ball needs to go and putting the ball in the right person's hands. You know, she's not getting huge hits or great passes, but she's knowing that, hey, the ball needs to go outside this time. That way we can get a point. But the best part about watching really both squads, but particularly this varsity squad is they just mesh so well and work so well together.
Okay, I asked this Claiborne High School, Coach Mullins, when she come in here. How does she feel that the middle school programs are doing? And I asked her if they were doing the fundamentals like they should be, and she said yes,
Hmm.
that she was very, I don't know, I can't get it word for word, but she was more or less proud of the middle school teams that are feeding her program. Uh, how's that make you feel?
I mean, absolutely fantastic, Ellen. I mean, again, Coach Mullins was one of the ones that was very instrumental in getting the Springdale program off the ground, helping, the second year when it was in its infancy. Um, and, you know, fundamentals are super important when you go into this. If you learn the wrong way, then
Yeah.
it's hard. I'll say that, so Springdale was the only one there for a while. Midway jumped on the bandwagon a couple of years ago, and they've had a team, and they've been working really hard for that. I know a couple of their girls have been in the off season have been playing in Knoxville at a place down there, and it just left me. I can't remember the name. Um, there's a club in Halls they've been playing at. That you can tell. I mean, it's been awesome for them as well.
Yeah.
So looking forward to seeing what they got this year, and it's translated into high school.
Right.
Those girls. I better not start mentioning names. I'll forget somebody. But those girls are meeting the Springdale girls up there, and that
Yeah.
little bit of experience with that little bit of experience, hopefully, will make a great team at high school.
Okay, Coach, I always ask this. Uh, what is expected this season of this team? Not necessarily in wins and losses.
Yeah.
What's expected?
Well, I have very high expectations for this season. We started our preseason out playing. Uh, so if anybody knows the number of kids at a school, so Springdale, I don't know, somewhere around the 125 mark of kids in sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I'm not a teacher, but I think that's pretty close. Um, so we've been playing schools that have somewhere in the 600 enrollment, huge pool. So we have played some really, really tough teams. We played a team that was a 2A state uh, tournament team last year. They didn't win, but they were there.
Yeah.
It's a big enough. You go to that level, and it's a big enough accomplishment just to shout out. And um, we uh, we won two sets against that team. 2 out of 3. We played best 2 out of 3 in middle school. Um, so we won two sets. They won one. Very proud of that one. We hit the tournament hit the play day this last weekend. Played some schools from up in Sullivan County.
Nice.
Very very big schools, and we didn't come out with the win. If you say we didn't really have wins and losses, but we didn't come out with the win. But all the sets were very close.
Yeah.
It was within 2 or 3 points, and for me, uh, that's a win.
So,
Because these teams that we've been playing in the preseason are going to be, obviously
yeah.
light speeds ahead of hopefully what our
I get it.
competition will be. So as we go into the season, what am I? obviously we're all looking for a district tournament championship. That's our goal. That's where we want to be, and that's what we want to do.
But ultimately, be better tomorrow than you were. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we're as far as developmental uh, for the girls this year, um, you know, each game and each thing that we do, continuing to coach the fundamentals, and that's usually when I'm on the sidelines. That's what I'm talking about. When something goes wrong or something breaks down, it's not, why did you do this for? It's,
Yeah.
hey, that was good, but make sure that your steps are the way they need to be. Make sure your elbows high. Make sure your arms strong. It's the little bitty things that they need to do just to remind them.
Right.
That way that they can concede. That way that they can succeed a little further along the way. So
All right. Lastly, I'm going to give the floor to you if you want to thank some people along the way, or just say something about your team, or to Lady Owl Nation.
yeah, yeah,
Go ahead.
absolutely. So I'll say while I've been at Springdale coaching, fantastic parent base. They've been very helpful and continue to be helpful. Thankful to all those people that are current and past, that have sat and worked the concession stand and worked the door and made sure that their kids got to where they needed to be and helped out when other people couldn't do. And they've been instrumental. I'll say that I'm obviously thankful to Coach Lott, and getting the program going.
Right.
I think that was just a big bonus for the county, not just Springdale, because it kind of opened up the eyes for that. I'm grateful for the trust that they instilled in me, for to make me coach and let me lead these lead these girls this year and last year. So it really is it's a fantastic thing, and definitely humbled and blessed to do it. And I ask that the support just come out and watch some games. We have we have some ladies that go to church with us that love. They tell all their friends and stuff. I mean, it's so much fun. Volleyball,
It's a
yeah,
good, fun sport to watch. It really is.
people don't understand. I don't think people understand that, but that is the thing. It's high energy. It's all the time. It's something
When
going
you get
on.
down to the end, win by two.
Yes,
That's the, that'll get you.
it's so much fun. It's so much fun to watch. So come out and watch us. Come out and support us. Support the high school. Watch them too. This year I mentioned Midway, but then we got sidetracked. So Midway's got a team. SMMS has got a team. Cumberland Gap's got a team. So hopefully in the next 2 to 3 years, our district can get a little more tight knit
Yeah,
to where the challenges,
little less road.
yeah, get a little less road time,
Yeah.
and we can play around here and hopefully get some middle school rivalries like we do in basketball and stuff like that. So, but yeah,
All right. Thanks for coming in. I
absolutely.
appreciated it.
Thank you
I
so
always
much.
enjoy talking with you. Okay. For you out there, thanks for watching. You probably noticed the ticker at the bottom of the screen. That's our team of marketing partners. Without them, we could not do what we do. And the video you saw before we come on air, that's our premier partners, and they're a big asset to us, help us buy equipment and all that. So thank them, and thank Rex up here at Sports Center. As you can tell, he's got a lot of t-shirts and stuff like that, sporting goods supplies for different sports. So come up here and support those. Those look at these partners and support those that support your kids. Uh, and I enjoy doing this, and it's for you that we do it. So thank you all, and may God bless you.